In this video, I put every single second round pick on one team to see if they could go 20-0, and this is what happened. Okay, so this is our roster. We have a 96 offense and a 95 defense, but let me show you guys who we have. Okay, so at QB we have Jalen Hurts, and behind Jalen Hurts we have Geno Smith. Then at running back we have Nick Chubb and Derrick Henry. Then at wide receiver we have Davante Adams, A.J. Brown, and Deebo Samuel. At left tackle we have Dion Dawkins, left guard Joel Bitonio, center Creed Humphrey, right guard Austin Corbett, right tackle Brian O'Neill, tight end Dallas Goedert, and behind that Pat Freiermuth. Then on defense, we have DeMarcus Lawrence at left end, Chris Jones at defensive tackle, and behind him is Dalvin Tomlinson. Then at right end, we have Calais Campbell. Then at right outside linebacker, we have Randy Gregory. Middle linebacker, Levante David and Shaq Leonard. Left outside linebacker, Josh Uche. Strong safety, Budda Baker. Free safety, Jesse Bates. Corner, Darius Slay, Trayvon Diggs, Chidobe Awuzie, and James Bradbury. Okay, now the real question. Can this team go 20-0? Well, let's find out. Let's simulate to the playoffs. Okay, they went 15-2. No way. 2 games away from 17-0. That is crazy. But we are going to look at this playoff bracket, then look at the stats, and then last but not least, we are going to see if this team can make it to the Super Bowl and win it. But first, let's look at the playoff bracket. There's no way the Eagles are not the #1 seed. So they should get a first round bye. Yeah, they get #1 seed, alright. Then the 49ers get #2. Packers get #3. Bucks get #4. Cowboys get #5. Falcons get #6. And the Lions get #7. Then for the AFC, the Chargers get the #1 seed and instantly go to the divisional. The Bills get the #2 seed. The Steelers get the #3. The Colts get #4. The Chiefs get #5. The Texans get #6. And the Broncos get #7. So there are some teams you'd be like, wow, that team actually made it. And then there are some teams that are like, oh yeah, no, that team should always make it. Like the Chiefs and the Bills and the 49ers. And like the Cowboys, just because they have an insane roster. But now, let's look at these stats. How did this team actually do? Okay, so Jalen Hurts at about 4,340 yards. He had 41 TDs, 9 picks. That's like MVP type crap. Then percentage, 69%. Dang. 250 yards per game. 118 rating. Like, this is great. 87 is the longest pass. 23 times sacked. That's pretty good year by him. I honestly think he's going to get MVP. Then for rushing, Nick Chubb had almost 1,400 rushing yards. Derrick Henry had about 300, and Jalen Hurts had about 500. Nick Chubb also had 24 touchdowns. That is crazy. Average a game was 80. Wow. He did have 2 fumbles, but when you run the ball a lot, it's bound to happen. His longest run was 71 yards. Wow. Okay, now for receiving. Deebo Samuel is the only receiver who breaks 1,000 yards. He gets 1,025, then A.J. Brown gets 976, and then Davante Adams gets 909. They all have like the same amount of receptions though. That just shows how much better Deebo is after the catch. Deebo also had 14 TDs, A.J. Brown had 7, and Davante Adams had 12. So a lot of TDs for all 3 of them. He had run after catch. Deebo Samuel's like 500, and then look at these guys. Like, they're good route runners, but they're good at getting open, but they aren't very good at after the catch. At least not like Deebo Samuel. Who allowed the most sacks? Dion Dawkins. Into the center. Creed Hump. What? Brian O'Neill. I need him on every single team that I ever do in a franchise. Like, 3 sacks. Only 3. He's a tackle. Like, that's insane. I can't lie. Dion Dawkins, almost 10 sacks alone. That is not very good. Creed Humphrey too. What? How does an inside? I mean, like, I get like 1 or 2 sacks, but how do you allow 5 sacks as a center? Usually it's the tackles that allow the most sacks, but for some reason the center Creed Humphrey allowed him second most sacks. It's crazy. But defensively, Davante David had 130 tackles. Wow. Then for sacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had 16.5. Chris Jones had 10. Calais Campbell had 7.5, and Randy Gregory had 5. So it doesn't seem like Dalvin Tomlinson really got to play that much. Okay, who had the most interceptions? Budda Baker with 5 interceptions. Then Davante David with 4, and then a lot of people with 2, and then a lot of people with 1. That's crazy. I mean, like, sacks, they aren't the highest amount of sacks, like, for a team. But, like, as a team total, it's not the highest. Or the interceptions, but somehow we still went 15-2, which is crazy good. How many forced fumbles did we get? Only 2. 2 forced fumbles total. That's crazy. Alright, well, now let's see how the Eagles do, how this team does in the playoffs. Okay, let's simulate to the divisional. Let's see who this team is facing. Looks like they are facing the Falcons, and it's going to be a blizzard. Ooh, that's going to be tough. But let's look at this playoff bracket. Let's see how each team did. Okay, so AFC, the Bills beat the Broncos, the Steelers beat the Texans, and Chiefs beat the Colts. Then for NFC, 49ers beat the Lions, Falcons beat the Packers, and Buccaneers beat the Cowboys. This is kind of crazy. My prediction for the divisional games, Chiefs beat Chargers, Bills beat Steelers, and then NFC, Eagles beat Falcons, and 49ers beat the Bucs. But I guess we're going to have to see. Let's simulate to the next week. Let's see. How did we do against the Falcons? Guess we're going to have to find out now. Okay, we beat them 38-27, and now we are facing the 49ers. So my prediction for the NFC was correct. Now let's look at AFC. What? Okay, so the Chiefs do beat the Chargers, but the Bills lose to the Steelers. That's... The 49ers beat the Buccaneers by 1 point. That is crazy. 1 singular point. Imagine losing by 1 point in the playoffs. Oh, I would be so mad. That's insane, but let's see who goes to the Super Bowl. Let's see how this team does against the 49ers. A tough defense and offense. They don't have Deebo Samuel anymore, but they're still very, very tough. But let's see what happens. It could go either way. I wouldn't be surprised if we lost. I mean, I'd be like a little mad and a little surprised, but We do beat them. Now we're going against the Chiefs. Oh my gosh. Eagles, Chiefs, back. Oh, and when I was making this roster, I may have sent Jason Kelsey to the Chiefs. That brotherly pride is just there on that team. Like, wow. Travis and Jason on the same team. And now Jason's facing his old team. That is one hell of a storyline. But we are going to be jumping in for this. We are going to be watching it. But this is going to be a tough matchup. Wow, Travis Kelce was shut down. He did not produce at all in the regular season. Only 700 receiving yards. 10 TDs though, which is good. But 700 receiving yards. That's crazy. Okay, let's look at these yearly awards and then we will jump in to the Super Bowl. What? Josh Allen gets MVP. Jalen Hurts got second. That's crazy. And then Mahomes got third. That is insane, though. 4,500 passing yards, 41 TDs, 9 picks, and a 69% completion rating. Nice. And he still does not win MVP. That's crazy. Well, Josh Allen must have gone off, too. But Coach of the Year, Nick Sirianni, yes sir. Yeah, we went 15-2, yes sir. Alright. Let's look at NFC. Did any of our players win an award? And Cooper Kupp wins Offensive Player of the Year like he always does in these franchise simulations. Nick Chubb got second and then Jalen Hurts got third though. Is there any other Eagle? Oh, Deebo Samuel, he got 10th. Okay, now for Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. Oh, like he always wins it too in these franchise simulations, man. The Rams. They got two insane players. It's crazy. But we only have DeMarcus Lawrence at number 5, and that's it. DeMarcus Lawrence. Alright, but now let's look at these rookie awards. Bijan Robinson was Offensive Rookie of the Year. Did we have a single offensive rookie? I don't think so, but none of them go top 10 anyways. I mean, yeah, none of them will be playing because there's so many insane players ahead of them. So why am I even thinking this? But Defensive Rookie of the Year, Mozzie Smith. Nice. Now, Best QB, Jalen Hurts, you already know. Best Running Back, Nick Chubb, yeah. Best Wide Receiver, Cooper Kupp. Van Jefferson got second? What? Deebo Samuel gets third. And then Davante Adams gets 7th. Best O-lineman. Joel Bitonio gets third, but Chris Lindstrom wins it. Brian O'Neill also got 7th. I mean, he only had like 3 sacks allowed as a fucking right tackle. That's crazy. And then Austin Corbett gets 9th. Now, best D lineman. You already know it's going to be Aaron Donald, but let's see. Any Eagles? Yes, DeMarcus Lawrence at number 4. And that's it. Now, for best linebacker, Rashawn Gary wins it, but there is not a single Eagle. That's insane. Okay, best DB. Jalen Johnson wins it, but Baker gets third. Baker with the interception. Okay, I'm addicted to saying that, I'm sorry. That's the only Eagle for best DB. Did we get best kicker by chance? No, Brett Maher, the man who missed like 4 in a row, all part of the Cowboys. That's like, I mean, he is like a decent kicker, but how do you miss that? He has a knack for missing a lot on like hard games, or yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's weird. Oh wait, no, Jake Elliott got 4th. Okay, not bad. So we won a couple of awards. We got top 10 multiple times, but we only won like 1 award, which was best QB. That's still good though. It's not exactly what we want, but 15-2 is still crazy good. But now let's jump in to the Super Bowl. In the Super Bowl, we had the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Who will win? Let's find out now. Alright. In the Super Bowl, it's a rematch. Technically it isn't, because this is like the same Super Bowl, because this is Madden 23, but you know, it's still a rematch, but with completely different rosters, basically, at least for the Eagles. But let's simulate this whole game, see what happens. Okay, Eagles are on the board first, 7-0. Then they score again, 14-0. Then the Chiefs score 14-7. Then the Eagles score 21-7. Alright, it's about to go into half. Let's see. Do the Eagles come away with a score in this final minute 47 seconds? And they do. They get a field goal, 24-7. Now let's see. What? Wait. Wait, there was a pick. Interception by Chidobe Awuzie. Oh my gosh, are the Eagles gonna score again? Ooh, 20 seconds left. Oh, 4th and 9. They're just gonna go for a field goal. 27-7. This is a blowout. The Chiefs need to try and come back. That's their only chance. They need to put some points on the board, and they get a field goal, but that's not really enough. Then they score again, 27-17. Then they get a field goal, 27-20. Oh, but then the Eagles get a touchdown. So they almost came back, but now it's a little too far away, and it seems like the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl. The Chiefs didn't get a touchdown, but it is not enough, and the Eagles win the Super Bowl with a team of second-round picks. Travis and Jason. That is crazy. And Jalen Hurts looks like he's going to be winning Super Bowl MVP. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. But yeah, I'll see you guys later, and peace out.